everyone, welcome to Center for Analytics Services, our data analytics intensive training here in Accra and across the country and beyond. I welcome you to our introductory course to Introduction to Spreadsheet and Preparing Data. Not only to our learners, but to whoever who is interested in being exposed to spreadsheet function and manipulating data or performing advanced analysis with Google Spreadsheets. Introduction to Spreadsheet. Let's begin it. So one would ask, what is the difference between Google Spreadsheets and Excel that we all have on our local machines, right? My Excel I use is pretty different because this is a premium package from Google developer, and it's Google 365. So there are some functions in this which is not in Microsoft Excel 16, 13, 19, and 21 or so, right? But our learners will be exposed to how to get access to Microsoft Developer or Microsoft 365. So now with the Google Spreadsheet, we want you to understand why we are encouraging our learners to have access or use Google Spreadsheet to do their data analysis or data analysis, right? So now the course title is Introductory to Spreadsheet and Preparing Data. So Spreadsheet is simply, as you can see from the interface here, this is in a web form, right? But we want you to understand into detail or have fair knowledge or idea about the spreadsheet and its functions and why we are advocating or we want, encouraging, motivating our students or our learners to use Google Spreadsheet. So this is a free web-based application provided by Google within your Google Drive. So if you have access to Google Gmail, like Center for Analytics Services at gmail.com is, then automatically you also have access to Google Sheets. So please, we would also advise that please, if you don't have Google Chrome on your local machine, please do all and have one, right? Because of some interesting extensions that we would recommend or is good when you are using Google Chrome as to any other browser. Okay, fast forward. So now Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet application provided by Google within your Google Drive service, and this application is available. You can download it onto your local machine. It could be on your phone, being it Android or iPhone, right? And you can get it from Play Store, iStore, or whatsoever. So with the Google Sheet, the difference between the Google Sheet and the Excel 1613 I mentioned earlier is that with the Google Sheet, it allows you, our learner, your team members, your co-workers to edit, organize, and analyze different types of information together at the same time. And one interesting feature about the Google Sheet is that whilst you are doing the analysis or you are doing the project together, it gives you an access, a space where you can track any changes that team member A, team member B did or has done. And you can reverse the change back to the original standard or how the analysis was. Or if you realize that there is a mistake, this Google Sheet will give you a space to do that editing, right? So one feature that we are encouraging to use the Google Sheet is that it allows collaborative editing in real time rather than emailing documents to multiple people. A single document can be opened and edited by multiple users simultaneously, meaning at the same time. You will be using the far end or be using the other end. It will still work. But if I am using my Excel, I can also do that as you are using your Google Sheet, right? But this one you will not get some of the functionalities in 365 in your 1319 that most of you are using, right? So we are encouraging this one. So somebody would ask Center for Analytics Services, but with Excel you can work on your analysis offline. You can do whatever you want to do offline. What of Google Sheet? Yes, Google Sheet will also give you that same access, right? So what you would do is the offline editing is pretty available. So just search Google Docs offline. Right, search Google Docs offline like this. It's an extension, it's a Chrome extension. Do well to install this extension on your local machine, and you would be able to use your Google Sheet offline. I already have it here, right? This is an introductory, so in our subsequent videos we would take you far from here, right? And these are some of the Excel supported files. So Excel main files, CSV, TSVs, and the rest. We will take you through one after the other. So with Google Sheet, these are some of the common terms that you should always have it at hand as an analyst or a data scientist or any data professional. We have what is called a cell, a column, row, range, function, formula, worksheet, and spreadsheet. And as an introductory course, or this highlight of the course, let's come back to our sheet and understand what all these features mean. So what you see here is where you can rename your file, right? Like I have here tutorials, introduction to spreadsheet, and preparing data. So if you don't like this, you can highlight and you can edit. Whatever name you want to give it to it would work. But in this case, I want my renaming or my file to be named this, and I have it here. Alright, so now let's take a look at some of the functionalities here. So this from file to help. This is called the menu bar. So please put it in your mind that this family here, all together they are called menu bar. When we come here from this search to this more, it is called the toolbar. Please put it in your head, because as a data analyst, as a data scientist, you should have them off head. This you see here is a share. So if I want to share a copy of the project I'm working on with you, I can click on this one, enter your email, and share with you. And whatever I do here, you get a copy at your end, and you can also do the editing or track whatever I am doing. So that is the function of that one. But at the moment, I'm not going to share anything, right? And now there is something here we have to take note. Now what we have here from B vertically like this is called a column. This is called a column, and this is called a row. Horizontally like this is called a row. Now the entire interface we see here, everything you see, including this sheet 1, sheet 8, and if I want to add more sheets, this is what we call worksheet. This worksheet. So the sheets here, each of them is called a worksheet. So all these worksheets, including everything we see here, are called a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet, sorry. So now if I want to add more worksheets, I can just be clicking on this plus sign, and I can have this, maybe I can have this one as name of students here. I want to rename it, right? So if you want to rename it, click on it like this, and just click on it like this. You will see rename, right? Just come to rename and rename it, maybe coffee, or maybe KOO, right? And you do analysis. You can come here, you rename it to maybe 12. You can rename it to UG or Legon, UG, right? And whatever you want to do with it. So please, this is the basic overview of a Google spreadsheet. I'll share a copy of this with you, right? So you can go through, understand, and also watch the video to get the understanding from the difference between Google spreadsheet and the normal Excel application we have on our local machine. Because I'm saying that this one is a premium product called Microsoft 365. Some of the functionalities here, you would not see them in yours. And collaborating with peers with your 1316 would be challenging in some way. And as a result, Google's spreadsheet is encouraged to be used for all our training or all our tutorials, right? We are going to use Google Sheet. So I'm going to do another video to guide you how to be able to get access, or as a first timer have access to Google Spreadsheet. So now understand the reason behind why we are going to use Google Spreadsheet as to Google Excel. For real-time collaboration, editing, to be able to track changes that I'll do, other colleague will do, other team member will do, other worker will do, or your supervisor will do, to know when and where that changes was made, so you can track anything that you do together. Number 3, whatever you do here, because it is a web-based software, whatever you do here is being automatically stored in your Google Drive automatically. So you never lose anything. Unlike Excel, where maybe by mistake you refuse or forget to save your data, you might or you may lose some interesting data or materials, right? So we are encouraging you to use this one, and make sure you also search for Google Docs offline, right? So you can come and Google this one, Google Docs offline. Come in, my F is not working. Google Docs offline, right? It's an extension offline. Oh, sorry. Google Docs offline. Right, you should be able to see this extension, Google Docs offline extension. So I'll share the link with you. So this one, Google Docs offline extension. Just click on it like this. Depending on how fast or weak your internet is, right, you would be able to what? So come here. Just come here. Wait, depending on how fast or weak your internet is, right, you should be able to see it here. And boom, I will share, because I have already installed it, right? That's why you are not seeing that. So it should have been somewhere here, and once you click on it, automatically it will give you the access. So I will share a file with you where you can just click on that link and it will take you to Google Docs offline, and you can install it or integrate it in your Google Chrome. So please do well to have a Google Chrome browser on your local machine. Thank you. If you have any question, if you don't understand anything, reach out to Center for Analytics Services via our email. This one, centerforanalytics@gmail.com, and you would be attended to. Thank you.